Well, you don't often run into a farmer, or anyone for that matter, that uses his spare time to dabble in quantum physics or hardcore scientific theory. But as our Kansas City ABC affiliate's Maria Antonio reports, one Missouri farmer has interests and talents that go way beyond what most people seem capable of.
Christopher lives on a northern Missouri farm surrounded by fields.
How are you doing today?
Surrounded by animals and surrounded by signs of intelligence. For decades, he has worked on a theory, but if you see what he writes, how much of his cognitive theoretic model of the universe would you understand?
My theory is a mapping or correspondence between the language of thought and the real world.
Act 2, The Smart Guy.
In 1999, ABC aired a story on Chris. They sent him to a neuropsychologist.
Hello, Chris.
For a standard IQ test, 2 hours of problem solving. His score reported as too high to measure.
The highest individual that I have ever measured in 25 years of doing this.
Experts tell us most people have IQs around 100. College grads average 120. Above 130 qualifies for membership in Mensa. Chris's estimated IQ has been reported at 195. According to statistics, only 1 in 100 million people have a score at that level.
I like to maintain a little bit of modesty because it's healthy to do that. It's not healthy to get a big head.
But from the time he was a little kid, Chris says he knew.
They skipped me a few grades early. So I started suspecting that I was different then.
Despite smiles and photos, Chris explains growing up smart and poor got him beat up in school and at home.
In my family, it was not politically correct to be a genius. My stepfather didn't like, they used to tell me all the time, nobody likes a smart ass.
So he got into bodybuilding to fight back. His name and his work appear in books, but a young Chris never finished college. He cites a lack of money, transportation, patience.
So at that point I dropped out, and at that I became a blue-collar guy.
In places like West Hampton Beach, New York, he worked as a bar bouncer.
If you're so smart, why aren't you filthy rich?
He is asked that, but Chris has always charted a different course.
Having lots of nice stuff is not something that anybody has any business associating with genius.
He has lots of books and one purpose, which brings us back to Chris's theory.
I can remember asking my grandfather, is there a God?
Now in his 50s, that's what he's been working to prove all along.
And so if you have a theory that you say implies the existence of God, for example, well, you're falling afoul of the scientific method. How can we test for the existence of God?
Meanwhile, he has a wife, Gina, and a farm to run outside the world of theories.
I'm at peace with myself. Hi, Snoopy. I actually enjoy my life. We've got a lovely place here, and I'm quite happy here. Yeah, he's a good boy. He's a good boy.